as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Eckler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up for the 1st and goal.
Herbert has it knocked free, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert, and that's off the mark, incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. A big play there just before halftime. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That bombs away right there. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Cincinnati Bengals who are moving on as they were able to knock out the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try the air now with Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Herbert. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. The kick by McManus is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, 38 yards. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th, and a very critical drive upcoming. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Herbert. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's got Njoku over the middle. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Steps away to his left. Uncorks one for Davis.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the
20. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Herbert now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. John Franklin Myers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much...
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Gary and Conley.
A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he made.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Herbert.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Herbert going to throw, and that's caught by Williams.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
The NFL playoffs.
All right, so like I promised at the top of the show.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. the New York Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Touchdown, Jets. That's caught. Elijah Moore, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
First carry now for Chris Evans. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Melvin Gordon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Gay now set to kick it off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And that one off the mark behind him.
incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 21.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Now Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Beck. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
Buying time to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. They've got his man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And down to the 11. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he will handle first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Football is such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Airing one out for Crowder. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going for it all. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On
2nd and 7. Burrow. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Gary and Conley. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Another shot for Chase. He's got it this time.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Burrow on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Beck. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And Burrow going to throw again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Burrow looking to pass. Well, this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a moment.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 1st down. Here's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And the Jets are going to the Super Bowl as we say thanks for watching and good night.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 56.
All right, so we've covered one half of our Super Bowl matchup.